Okay, so we're going to read an article today, a news article, but before we read it, I want you to do an activity that I call a free writing activity, okay? So, I'll write it on the board here. Alright, so this activity is going to take just a few minutes, and I want you, though, to follow some very, very strict rules. I have some very strict rules, okay? So I'm going to give you something to write about, and but while you write, I want you to remember these rules. Rule number 1, don't stop. So for 5 minutes, write without stopping, okay? So let me see your pencil here. So if you're writing, this is what I want to see. So write. Don't stop, okay? All right, rule number 2 is don't worry about mistakes. Don't worry about spelling errors. If you make a mistake, just keep going. Just keep going, okay? Now, rule number 3 is if you can't think of the word in English, I want you just to write a synonym of the word or write the Russian word, okay? So don't worry if you can't think of a word. Our goal is to generate ideas, not necessarily to create perfect English. Now, what if you don't know what to write? What if you don't know what to write?
If we don't know what to write, we should write, I don't know what to write.
That's right, exactly. So if you're writing and you don't know what to write, you can write, I don't know what to write. And if you think this is a silly activity that's a waste of time, you can write, this is a silly activity, okay? The point is, don't stop writing. Right? Now, I'm not going to write a topic on the board. Actually, I'm going to give you this. Have you seen this before? Something like this before? Does this look familiar?
No.
This is called a word cloud. And there's a website where you can go and you take text from anything, from a website, from an article, and you copy the text into the box, and it creates a word cloud for you. And the word cloud is basically a collection of all of the words in the article, but they're mixed up. And the words that appear the most often are the biggest words. Okay? So you know that, for example, this word appears an awful lot in the article. So before you begin your free writing, you are going to look at this word cloud, okay? And then after you look at this word cloud, your free writing is going to be, what is the main idea of this article? Is that clear? Okay, so we're going to look at this first for 3 minutes. Then I'm going to take it away. Then we're going to do free writing for 5 minutes. All right? Okay, so.
Can we some notes while we look at this?
Yeah, sure. Absolutely. Okay, so every 2 of you gets 1 word cloud. So you guys get 2. And then you guys get it. And you have 3 minutes to read, and then I'll give you 5 minutes to write. Ready? You may begin. Okay, now that you have read it, I want to take the papers away, and for 5 minutes, you're going to free write, and your free write is to try to guess what you think the article is about. So everybody make sure you have a sheet of paper and a pen or a pencil. And remember, don't stop writing. I'm going to be watching, okay? And I'm going to time you have 5 minutes, so try and write for 5 minutes without stopping. Okay? So I'll take these. Good luck. now what I want you to do is to turn to your neighbor, and I would like for you to read aloud your free writing. Share with your neighbor what you thought your free writing was, and try to find places where you are similar in your ideas and where your ideas are different. Okay? So do that right now.
I think that this it's not quite clear how states want to have this kind of argument against this idea, and some states probably refuse practicing it. There are also in the article the different ways execution the question of execution of language
Mine is short. What else were you could think about? Just damage, punishment, death.
Okay, so now that you have finished your discussion of your free writing, you're going to read the article itself, but you're not going to get the entire article. So I'm going to divide you into 2 groups of 4, and each group is going to get half of the article. And in your groups, your job is to read your half of the article as quickly as you can, and then discuss what you think the main idea is. So you will have 5 minutes to read, and then I'll give you 5 more minutes to discuss. Make sure that you take notes on everything because you will need your notes. Now my advice for reading it quickly is just to read the first sentence of every paragraph. Is that clear?
Yeah.
All right, so you have 5 minutes to read and take notes, and then 5 minutes to discuss.
I remember the beginning. So I will start speaking about the beginning. There was a case, and
different opinions about this.
choose a good punishment, and the debate takes place here because
The second opinion is that this,
Especially when tricking also used and at first person is just made solely
to solve this problem.
and that he's
2 million people in prison who are innocent. And also, if you're innocent, you're in prison. Sometimes it is better to be tried for capital murder because it means that you take the issue of, because it means that you can have the government, lawyers, the government lawyers, and